So we are going to start here with the same form, same type of the example that we seen in the last session, that we are first going to convert the given complex number in a polar form or standard form of that polar form, and then we'll see some example on the locus of the complex number. Okay, so we'll see here the first question. The question number 1 is express this number minus root 3 plus I in modulus amplitude form. The modulus is denoted by R or mod Z, and amplitude is a theta. So R comma theta, R theta form is the polar form that we have to write it here. So the first example, given Z is equal to minus root 3 plus I. Generally we always compare it with x plus iy, and this gives us values for x and y. So x is a minus root 3, y is 1. Okay, y is 1. Therefore we get r as a root of x square plus y square. Yes, what is the value of r?
2, sir.
And
2, sir, 2.
then next we have theta. Now what should be a formula for theta here?
Pi minus tan inverse y by x.
Okay, very good. Pi minus tan inverse of y by x. Now this is one of the important thing that you should keep focused, because here x is the negative, y is the positive, and this angle is in the second quadrant. Actually, on calculator, if you do the calculation tan inverse of minus 1 by root 3, you are going to get the angle of second quadrant only. That means you are going to get the correct angle there. So calculator generally gives you the correct angle when you are in first quadrant and the second quadrant. Okay, but when you are in the third or fourth quadrant, you have to be careful with a calculator, or you should know these formulas. Now when we use this pi minus tan inverse y by x, we use this formula because this is the formula for an angle in the second quadrant. So pi is as it is. Now when
5 pi by 6, sir.
yes, correct. First of all, when you replace y and x here, remember when you replace y and x, you have to replace without sign. Okay, so 1 by root 3 only. Don't write minus 1 by root 3. Now you will make mistake. Okay, if you replace 1 upon minus root 3, then you will make a mistake. Remember, these mistakes happens in the exam by few of the students. So yes, tan inverse 1 by root 3 is a pi by.
So what mistake, sir?
The mistake is that they are writing here minus again. If you write tan inverse of minus 1 by root 3, then your answer get here itself 5 pi by 6 you will get, and then you will do entire wrong things. Then your angle will not remain in the second quadrant then. Got it? So when we say tan inverse y by x, actually this is the modulus of y by x, ignoring the sign of x and y. Okay. So what is the tan inverse 1 by root 3?
So pi
Pi by
by 6.
6.
Pi by 6. So we get the answer as a 5 pi by 6. So 5 pi by 6 is angle in the second quadrant, and that should be, because we already seen x is a negative and y is positive. So don't forget to write the final answer. Thus z equal to, just a minute, z equal to 2 times cis 5 pi by 6.
So you are not audible.
Yes,
Sir, we could not hear you after you made this rectangle.
just one minute.
Excuse me, sir.
Z is equal to 2 times r is a 2 and theta is a 5 pi by 6, and we got r is equal to 2 times cis 5 pi by 6. That is the final answer. That is the modulus amplitude form of the complex number minus root 3 plus I. Minus root 3 plus I there. Yes, if you have the problem in getting the angle, already we discussed that in the last session. In the last session, we discussed there are different formulas for different quadrants. What is the formula for first quadrant?
Tan inverse y by
Inverse
x.
y by x.
Just tan inverse y by x gives you the angle in the first quadrant always. Okay, provided both x and y are positive. Now when x is a negative, y is a positive, we know that case is only happens in the second quadrant, and in such a case we should use the formula pi minus tan inverse y by x. If we are in the third quadrant, both x and y are negative. As both x and y are negative, we should use a formula minus pi plus tan inverse y by x. And lastly, in the fourth quadrant, x positive, y negative. So we have there as a minus tan inverse y by x. And when you say tan inverse of y upon x, that y and x are absolute values without sign. So you should go in the previous session and go through that. You will come to know why we are using that formula. Is any doubt here?
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay, so that's about the question number 1, which is minus root 3 plus I. Now, if you observe the second bit of the question, in the second bit, 1 plus I sin alpha plus I cos alpha, already this complex number in a trigonometric form, that is in sine and cosine, but that is not in a standard polar form, in the standard modulus amplitude form. That should be in the form r times cis theta, that is r times cos theta plus I sin theta. So for that, let me compare. We'll start with the same way. Let z is x plus iy, where obviously that x comes like 1 plus sine alpha and y will comes like cos alpha. Is that? So this is the value of x. This x is here.
You are not.
Then y is here.
Sir, in between the video, your voice doesn't come.
Yes, because I'm shifted from, I think, mobile network to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so that may happen. So so here this is a z equal to x plus iy, and we got x and y both. So first we should calculate r and theta. Therefore r is a root of x square plus y square. X square plus y square. So this is square root of obviously 1 plus sine alpha bracket square plus cos square alpha. Yes, what will be a simplification? Anyone?
2 plus 2 sin alpha.
Sir,
2 plus 2
root
sin
2
alpha.
plus 2 sine alpha. Let I write that way then.
yes,
Those who
sir.
are saying, because sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is 1, that 1 plus 1 is 2, and that square the bracket simplified. So root 2 is common, and root of 1 plus sine alpha. Is there any simplification, or you can keep as it is also? If it require, you can write it.
Sir, it can be whole square of sin
Yes,
alpha
sir.
by 2 plus
Correct,
cos alpha by
correct.
2.
So actually
Tan
the
alpha by 2
simplification
plus
is this
cos
one.
alpha by 2.
This is a sine alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2 bracket square, and that square root and that square gets cancelled, and we get r equal to this one. Yes, this is simplified. This is the simplified value of the modulus r.
Sir, how it can, sir?
What is the value of 1? 1 can be written as a sine square alpha by 2 plus cos square alpha by 2. And sine alpha can be written as a 2 sine alpha by 2 plus cos alpha, 2 sine alpha by 2 into cos alpha by 2. And then it becomes a bracket square. Okay. Use a trigonometric identities. If you're not getting this step right now for this example, not a problem. You can keep this is also the answer, because nowhere it is mentioned show that. It is just write modulus amplitude form. If you write a modulus in this form or this form, both are correct. We'll move to the theta here now. Now theta equal to, it's a tan inverse. Yes, right now only tan inverse y by x we are using, because we're taking x as a 1 plus sine alpha, y as a cos alpha, and both have we are taking as a plus sign there. So it is a tan inverse of 1 plus sine alpha. Sorry, what should be?
Cos alpha.
alpha by 1 plus
Cos
sine.
alpha upon 1 plus sine alpha. Now let me simplify this. Yes, what is a trigonometric identity or half angle formula for cos alpha?
Cos square alpha by 2 minus sin square alpha by 2.
Correct. It is a cos square alpha by 2 minus sine square alpha by 2. This is the half angle formula for cos alpha. Similarly, 1 plus sine alpha is written as cos alpha by 2 plus
So
sine
final
alpha
will
by
be
2
cos alpha by 2 minus sin alpha by 2.
bracket square. Okay, already we use this same result here. Okay, 1 plus sine alpha is sine alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2 bracket square, or cos alpha by 2 plus sine alpha by 2 bracket square. So we'll observe the factors for the numerator, which is like a square minus b square. So one of the a plus b factor gets cancelled and we're left with
This numerator part, how did we get, sir, from cos alpha?
it is half angle formula. You should see the trigonometric identity in the 12th standard. Cos 2 theta is a cos square theta minus sine square theta, is that?
Yes, sir.
So same thing, cos 2 theta instead of cos theta is a cos square theta by 2 minus sine square theta. It is a trigonometric identity you learned in 12. So we left here only cos alpha by 2 minus sine alpha by 2 divided by cos alpha by 2 plus sine alpha by 2.
So we will take out cos common, cos alpha by 2.
Correct, very good. So if you take cos alpha by 2 common and it gets
So
cancelled.
tan pi by 4 minus alpha by 2.
Very
Final.
good.
It's a
It is
10
a
pi by
tan
4
pi
plus
by 4 minus
alpha by
alpha
2.
by 2. Very good.
Standard.
So these observations are very, very important. You should be able to fit the bracket in terms of a tan so that you get a theta in a simplified form. Okay, whenever it is possible, you always, our focus should be always that bracket should convert in terms of a tan so that theta comes in a simplified form. If you take cos as a common, what happens? I will write it on the top now because there is no space. Or can I erase first two lines here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will erase this part only.
Sir, or not we can say that dividing by cos alpha by 2 in
Yes,
numerator and
that
denominator
is the
both.
same, exactly same thing. You are either dividing or you are taking common, but at the end it gets cancelled. Okay, so that is the main thing. So next step, we can write it as like a tan inverse of numerator comes 1 minus tan alpha by 2 upon 1 plus tan alpha by 2. Yes, the same thing, dividing both numerator and denominator by cos alpha by 2, you can say. That is also correct. Okay. Now, this one is like a tan pi by 4, and again by the formula that you learned in 12th, this is a tan inverse of tan of pi by 4 minus alpha by 2. And obviously this tan inverse and tan gets cancelled and we get theta as pi by 4 minus alpha by 2. So this is one of the important thing that we received here, and previously we already calculated that r is here. This one is we already finished. R is there, theta is there, and now we have to write that modulus amplitude form. So the last step is there, and that last step, let I write it here.
That second last step I could not understand.
Which one?
This
This
is
one.
a yes, sir.
This is the trigonometric formula again, trigonometric identity. It is a tan A minus tan B upon 1 plus tan A tan B, where 1 can be replaced as a tan pi by 4. Replace tan pi by 4 minus tan alpha by 2 upon 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan alpha by 2. So it is a tan of A minus B. Okay, so tan A minus B formula used. And we got here the Z is R is a root 2 sine alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2. So this is R, this is just a magnitude, it is free from iota, into cis of theta. Now in this case theta is cis of pi by 4 minus alpha by 2, and that's the final answer. This is the modulus argument form of the given complex number 1 plus sine alpha plus I cos alpha. Yes, any doubt there? This question mainly based on trigonometric identities. If you are good in trigonometric identities that you learned in 11th and 12th, yeah, you can get it quickly. If you have the problems there, yeah, you should know, at least remember which identities we are using, and you should write it separately on one page, so that you come to know that here I'm using few of the identities like cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta, tan a plus b, tan a minus b. Such identities we used in this question.
Sir, will you please make us write some of the identities which are going to be used in this chapter?
So that only
So
I'm
that
telling. These are only for the double addition formulas, double angle formulas. That's only you can go through it. See, we can't say we can't say which identity we require at any stage, but yes, mainly right now in these 2-3 examples, we require these identities only, like sin 2 theta, cos 2 theta, tan a plus b, tan a minus b, like that. That's only. Yes, any doubt here?
I have problem in this step, sir. R is equal to root 2 sin alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2.
So that is we
Where,
already proved, na? Modulus, root of x square plus y square.
yes, sir. Then how sin alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2?
That we already proved. What we got? We got root 2 sine. I think we got root 2 into root of 1 plus sine alpha we received, na, there.
Yes, sir.
And that is I said that is a trigonometric identity you have there. Okay, let I show you how that case is there. So when we got that r as a root 2 root of 1 plus sine alpha we received, na, we got this one. So this one can be written as sine square alpha by 2 plus cos square alpha by 2. All this simplification you learned in the 12th, and that sine alpha can be written as a 2 sine alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. So indirectly, this 1 plus sine alpha can be written as sine alpha by 2 plus cos alpha by 2 bracket square. So now that's bracket square and square root gets cancelled, and you get the required answer that r as a root 2 sine alpha by 2 into cos alpha by 2. Is that clear?
After this, sir, we used this, but we multiplied it with cis pi by 4 minus alpha by 2 in order to find z.
We are writing z as a polar form. What is the polar form? Are you present on the last session?
Yes, sir. R cis theta, sir.
Once you
Got
get
it.
r and theta, you get z equal to r times cis theta, na?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
you should be with the lecture. We should be
I
along
was
the
with
session.
lecture,
Do
sir. It was
some
very
lecture.
lengthy type, so I was
No,
confused.
no, no, no.
Otherwise, it's
You
fine.
should focus what we are doing. Okay.
I did everything, sir.
Hmm. Okay. One next question here. Write this complex number again in the modulus and amplitude form. Here again we require trigonometric identities. So only the values of x and y are little changed now. So if you start this question, let z is 1 minus cos alpha plus I sin alpha. So obviously this gives us the values for x and y. So x is 1 minus cos alpha and y is a sin alpha. Therefore, first thing we start at r, which is the root of x square plus y square. So x square is 1 minus cos alpha bracket square plus y square is a sin square alpha. So this one is again a similar simplification you will observe. This is a 1 minus 2 cos alpha plus cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. So what will left in the square root? 2 minus 2
2
cos
cos
alpha.
alpha.
Okay. Or root 2 1 minus cos alpha. Now what is 1 minus cos alpha?
2 sin square alpha by 2.
2 sin square alpha by 2.
So this is a 2 sine square alpha by 2. I will erase this step and I will write like this. 2 is common and 1 minus cos alpha is written. And now I will write this as this 2 as it is. 1 minus cos alpha is a 2 sine square alpha by 2. So that this 2 square sine square alpha by 2 is there. So we left only 2 sine alpha by 2. 2 sine alpha by 2 is the value for modulus r. That is a magnitude of that complex number. So the trigonometric identity we use as 1 minus cos 2 theta is a 2 sine square theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta is a 2 sine square theta. That's one. Now let me find out theta. Now theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. So tan inverse, what is y? Y is a sine alpha and x is 1 minus cos alpha. Yes, tell me the simplification.
2 sine alpha by 2 and cos alpha by
Correct.
2.
So again, half angle formulas we can use it. Sine alpha can be used as 2 sine alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 divided by 1 minus cos alpha as a similarly 2 sine square alpha by 2. Now you will observe that sine alpha by 2 sine alpha by 2 gets cancelled and we left with tan inverse of, yes, what is the bracket?
Cot alpha by
Cot
2.
alpha by 2.
Very good, cot alpha by 2. But can you convert cot in tan?
Sir, 2 by alpha, tan 2 by alpha.
Tan pi by 2
No,
minus alpha by
tan 2
2.
by alpha is a totally wrong answer. Don't do
Sorry,
like that.
sorry, sir.
It is
So
a,
tan pi by 2 minus alpha by 2.
yes, tan pi by 2 minus theta, that is here alpha by 2 is a correct answer. Don't do these funny things. Okay, someone said tan 2 by alpha. Yes, it is a tan of 1 upon tan
Yes,
of
yes,
alpha
sir,
by
I
2.
did.
Okay, 1 upon tan of alpha by 2. Okay, not an issue. That may happen sometimes, but yes, you should focus what is that correct way of writing it. Okay, so it is a tan pi by 2 minus theta is cot theta. Tan pi by 2 minus theta is cot theta. So that theta comes here. The theta we received as pi by 2 minus alpha by 2. So this is the theta and already here is r. Both are with us. So the final answer should be the z equal to r, that is a 2 sine alpha by 2 into cis of pi by 2 minus alpha by 2. This is the final answer. 2 sine alpha by 2 into cis of pi by 2 minus alpha by 2. So z is r times cis theta. Yes, any doubt here? Once you finish, tell me. We'll move to the next question then. So can I clear the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Third example, find a complex number z if argument of z plus 1 is a pi by 6 and argument of z minus 1 is a 2 pi by 3.
Sir, argument also follows properties like log properties.
Uh, Means which logarithmic properties?
Yes, sir, like we have log bracket a into b as log a plus log b. So argument also follows that.
Yes, yes, we are going to prove it after multiplication of a complex number.
Yes,
That's
sir.
correct, but it is for log of AB. Here is not AB. Actually, here is A plus B is there
It's a
inside.
plus, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the question is find a complex number Z for which that argument of Z plus 1 is pi by 6 and argument of Z minus 1 is a 2 pi by 3. So let me start here. We'll start with let Z is x plus iy, that we have to find it. So our aim is to find out the values of x and y mainly. Now this gives us the complex number z plus 1 will be. So if we add 1, so 1 will be added to the real part only because 1 is a real number. So x plus 1 plus iy. So that will be the z plus 1 number. Similarly, z minus 1 complex number will be x minus 1 plus iy. Now we have z plus 1 and z minus 1 complex number and their arguments are given. So that gives us some equations for or equations of x and y, and we have to solve it simultaneously. Let me start. Given argument of z plus 1 is a pi by 6. Now this argument of z plus 1 means tan inverse of imaginary part. Imaginary part is y divided by real part. The real part is x plus 1 is pi by 6. Okay, because the real imaginary part of z plus 1 is y and real part is x plus 1. So tan inverse of imaginary upon real is a pi by 6. That is by definition of argument. By definition of argument. So here we get one equation like y upon x plus 1 is tan pi by 6. And what is the value of tan pi by 6?
Sir, 1 by root 3.
1 upon root.
Yes, 1 upon root 3. Correct. Now, if you cross multiply this equation.
Sir, this is the property. Argument z plus 1 is equal to tan
No, this
inverse
is not
y
a
by.
property. This is given here. This is given and this is the formula. This is a formula of
Okay,
argument
okay.
only. That is a theta. Formula for theta. Theta is a tan inverse y by x. Na? If you want theta for complex number z, theta of that complex number z, what will you do? Tan inverse y by x. Na? Now we want theta for z plus 1. Argument of z is a tan inverse y by x. Argument of z plus 1 is here. Clear? It's not a property, it's a formula. So let me cross multiply. Root 3y. Root 3y is x plus 1. So we got one equation here. So I'll give this as equation 1. We got one equation for two unknown x and y. Similarly, we are going to compute one more equation now. I will say here also argument of z minus 1 is 2 pi by 3 given. This is given. So this part implies, tell me what should be tan inverse of
Y by x minus 1.
very good, correct, is a 2 pi by 3. So this step gives us y upon x minus 1 is a tan of 2 pi by 3. Now calculate tan of 2 pi by 3. Use a calculator. You will get the answer. But you should able to.
Minus root 3.
Minus root 3 is the correct answer. Good. So if we cross multiply now again. So y becomes minus root 3 of x minus 1. And here we got equation number 2. Now the task is left. We have to solve the equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Solve equation 1 and 2 simultaneously, we get a required answer.
Sir, I'm getting y is equal to root 3 by 2 and z is equal to 1 by 2.
X is 1 by 2.
Yeah, x is 1 by 2.
X is 1 by 2 and I think okay, let I see. Let I check. X is 1 by 2, y is root 3 by 2. So okay, probably you are correct. Let me check. So what we can do it, we can replace this value of y. We can replace
Same,
this
sir.
value of y in equation 1. Okay. So let I erase this few of the steps there.
Sir, x1 by 2, y root 3 by 2.
Oh, yeah, correct. Probably that's correct. So I'll say by 1 and 2.
Y root 3 by 4 INR.
By 1 and 2, the root 3 into minus root 3 x minus 1 equal to x plus 1. So root 3 into root 3 is a minus 3. This minus 3x and plus 3 is equal to x plus 1. So if you take this 3 x on that side, so I would say 3 minus 1 is a 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, and x plus 3x is a 4x. So x is a 2 by 4, that is x is 1 by 2. We got x. Now if we got x as 1 by 2, now by 1, root 3y is equal to x plus 1. X means 1 plus half is a 3 by 2. And one of the root 3 get cancelled, y is a root 3 by 2. And that is the correct answer. Thus, z is x plus iy, that is 1 plus I root 3 upon 2, or 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. You can write any of the way. That our final answer. 1 by 2 plus I times root 3 by 2 is the required answer for that complex number z. And you can cross check also. You can calculate z plus 1 complex number and then you calculate its angle. You get pi by 6 as answer. And you can get the angle for z minus 1 complex number as a 2 pi by 3. If you want, you can cross check. This one is the final answer. Once you finish, tell me. Yes, any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Now, the second part is the questions on the locus now. The question is find the locus, that is point of z, which satisfies this equation. Okay, or we have to find out what is a curve which represents this equation of a z. Generally, we have the equation in terms of xy. We know the standard equations like y equal to mx plus c represents the straight line. Here, we have to check what is the mod z minus a equal to k represents there. Okay, so we'll start it here. The first one.
The locus is point.
No, locus is a set of all points which satisfy certain condition. Okay, locus is set of the points which satisfy certain condition. Here condition is mod z minus a is k. That is a condition. So we have to find out all such points which are satisfying that condition, what it represents. For example, you done in the 12th, set of all such points which satisfy this condition, x square plus y square is equal to a square. We say that is a circle. Okay, so locus of this equation is a circle that way. Okay, so we are going to say, show what is this curve. What is this curve? So for solution of the first, we start with same. Let z is x plus iy. So what is z minus a then? Obviously a is a scalar, that is a real number only. So this is x minus a plus iy. Therefore, Therefore, mod of z minus a. What is the magnitude here? Square root of,
X minus a to the whole square plus y square.
correct. Given mod z minus a is equal to k. This is given. So that gives us mod z minus a square is a k square. So let me replace both sides there. So mod z minus a square is x minus a bracket square plus y square is equal to k square, and that's the equation in terms of xy, and that is always a locus. So we got a locus. What is the locus then?
It's a circle
Yes.
Circle
Circle, sir.
having
Yes.
center
A and
my
zero.
with
a
a
comma
comma zero
0.
as center, sir.
Correct. Thus, mod z minus a equal to k represents circle with center a comma 0 and radius k. That should be the final answer. The final answer of mod z minus a equal to k is, it represents the circle with the center a0 and the radius k, and that about the locus. So just we have to find out the equation in terms of xy. We find out the Cartesian equation, and in Cartesian equation we are already familiar with Cartesian equations of the curves, and we can tell the name of that curve. We can tell the name of that curve then. Are you completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me do the second part. Now we have to find out the locus for amplitude of z minus a equal to alpha. So again we'll start with the same for second bit. Let z is x plus iy. That gives us z minus a is x minus a plus iy. Therefore, this amplitude of z minus a equal to alpha implies. What is the formula for amplitude now?
Tan inverse
Yes, it is a
y by x minus a.
tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. So imaginary part for z minus a is y, and real part is x minus a. So you will observe imaginary upon real. So tan inverse of y by x, that way. That is amplitude or argument. Both are same. Amplitude, argument, these are parallel words only for the theta. So let me simplify this equation and we'll tell what is that equation then. So y upon x minus a becomes a tan alpha. So y is equal to, I'll write it this side, y is equal to tan alpha into x minus a. So I'll write y is equal to tan alpha into x, okay, minus tan alpha into a. Can anyone guess what should be this equation?
Sir, it is a line having slope tan alpha and constant minus a tan alpha.
Correct, very good.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
So this is a slope intercept form of the straight line. So the slope is itself a tan alpha, and this is the intercept on y axis there, minus a times tan alpha. So just we have to say thus the locus is a straight line with the slope tan alpha. Thus the locus is a straight line with the slope tan alpha, and the intercept on y axis is a minus a tan alpha. Okay. Thus locus is a straight line with a slope tan alpha, and the intercept, on y-axis is minus a tan alpha. That's all.
Sir,
Yes.
can you explain the first step, sir? Tan inverse of y by x minus a is equal to alpha.
This is the formula for argument. Argument of a what is argument of Z? Tell me.
Sir, y by a, tan inverse y by
Tan inverse y by x.
y by x, y by x.
The
Yes.
same thing. What is the argument of Z minus a or amplitude of Z minus a? It is tan inverse y upon x minus a, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's one. This is just we are using the definition of argument. If all you completed, then tell me so that we can do the last question there.
Sir, this in the second side, in the other side, sir, the second step, sir, y is equal to tan alpha x minus
Just
tan
multiplied
alpha.
inside, na? Tan alpha multiplied inside the bracket.
Yes, sir.
Tan alpha into x minus tan alpha into a, or x tan alpha minus a tan alpha. Okay, I think all you finished. Can I erase this? Can I
Yes,
clear,
sir.
the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here is the last set of a question. We have to find the locus for mod z equal to mod z minus 2. Can anyone guess what should be the answer? No one. Okay. What is mod z? Is mod of z minus 2. Z minus 2 will be, yes?
Minus 2 whole square.
So squaring both sides.
So straight line,
Yes, probably it is a straight line. Let me see. X square
because
minus,
square terms will be eliminated.
correct. So this one is a simplification or the bracket squared, and we'll observe that x square, y square gets cancelled, and we get 4x equal to 4, and we get x equal to 1. So we say mod z equal to mod z minus 2 is a straight line parallel to y-axis. Okay, it is a straight line parallel to y-axis, or just you can say mod z equal to mod z minus 2 is a straight line. That's only is a straight line. Do the second one your own. Those who completed, do the second, and those who not completed, write it first. Can we start the second? Yes, whether all you finish this first. What is the problem? Are you audible? Am I audible here?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking some question. What about the second? Anyone finished?
I'm getting x is equal to plus minus 1.
Not correct. No. 106. Your answer is not correct.
Sir, x square plus y square equal to 0.
No, I think it's not correct. So let me start. For a second, this is a 3z minus 1. So 3z minus 1 is a 3 times x plus iy minus 1. So we get here a 3x minus 1 plus I times 3y. So this is 3z minus 1. And obviously z minus 3 is x minus 3 plus iy. That's one. So we have 3z minus 1, we have z minus 3 as
Sir, x square plus y square equal to 1, sir.
no, not correct. Mod of 3z minus 1 is a mod z minus 3. That's a given. So 3x minus 1 bracket square plus 3y bracket square is equal to x minus 3 bracket square plus y square. Okay, so it is just squaring both sides. We squared the both side, and now let me square it again. Square these brackets. 9x square minus 6x plus 1 plus 9y square. Okay, probably if you are correct, I will check it. What
A circle x square plus y square is
Sir, x square
okay.
plus y square is equal
Okay,
to 1.
majority of you got that circle. We'll see it. So this is coming right hand
Yes, sir.
side, x square minus 6x plus 9 and plus y square. Okay, so only that 6x gets cancelled, and the remaining step 9x square minus x square is 8x square. Then 9y square minus y square is 8y square, and 9 minus 1 is 8. Okay, correct. I think majority of you have the correct answer. I thought it is hyperbola, but not. It is not hyperbola because middle sign is coming plus there. So it is x square plus y square is equal to 1. And we got a circle with a center 0, 0 and radius 1. That few of you already given that answer, and that is correct.
Sir,
Yes.
in this actually we are comparing R value, है ना?
We are comparing R value, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Because when you calculate magnitude, their magnitudes are equal. We're not, we cannot say comparing actually. We are solving this equation for x and y. Okay, because already
But
they
we
are
are
equal.
equating R value, है ना? R.
Already their magnitudes are equal. That's a given. So
Yes.
okay.